Konnichiwa, Bonjour, Rivière, Ni hao, Kalimera, Jumbo。 大家好，欢迎来到PUPU House Story Time。今天要和大家分享的绘本是日本作家佐野洋子最脍炙人口的作品《A Cat Who Lived a Million Lives》，活了100万次的猫。这本书从1977年出版以来广受欢迎，历经了40多年，依然不减大家对它的喜爱。第一次读这个绘本的时候，真的是令我感动万分。男士们，如果有需要翻跟斗去追求或者表白的对象，或许送这一本书是个不错的选择哦。The Cat Who Lived a Million Lives， 活了100万次的猫。There is a cat who had lived a million lives. He died a million times and was reborn a million times. 有一只活了100万次的猫，它死过100万次，也活过100万次。He had a distinctive coat like a tiger. He was a very impressive cat. 它是一只有老虎斑纹、很气派的猫。A million people had loved him as their own cat, and a million people had cried for him when he died. But this cat had never shed one drop of tears. 有100万个人疼爱过这只猫，也有100万个人在这只猫死的时候为它哭泣。但是呢，这只猫却从来没有掉过一滴眼泪。Once he was king's cat. He didn't like the king. 有一次呢，他是国王养的猫，但是他很讨厌国王。The king was at war all the time. He put the cat in a splendid cage, and he took the cat to the wars. One day, the cat was shot by a stray arrow.这国王很会打仗哦，一年到头来都在打仗。他会把这只猫放到一个特制的篮子里面，然后带着它一起上战场。有一天，这只猫被飞来的乱箭给射死了。The king held the cat, crying in the field of the battle. The king had no mood for the war anymore.国王在激烈的战场当中抱着这只猫痛哭，这国王已经无心打仗了。He returned to the castle, where he buried the cat in the garden. 国王回到了他的城堡，把猫埋在城堡的花园当中。Once the cat was raised by a sailor. He didn't like the sea. 有一次，猫是水手养的猫，它很讨厌大海。The sailor had traveled around the world with the cat. 水手都会带着这只猫游遍世界各地。One day, the cat fell into the water from the ship. The cat couldn't swim and he drowned.As the sailors held the cat's wet body in his arms, he cried out aloud. 有一天，猫不小心从船上掉到水里了。猫不会游泳，水手赶紧用网子把它捞起来。可是猫已经成了落汤猫，淹死了。水手就把这只猫抱在怀里，放声大哭。 He buried the cat in a city park far away from the sea. 后来，水手就把猫埋在遥远港都的公园里。Once the cat was raised by a circus musician. He didn't like circus. 有一次，猫是马戏团魔术师养的猫，他很讨厌马戏团。The musician put the cat into a box every day, then cut the box in half. 魔术师每天呢都会把猫放到箱子里，然后拿锯子把箱子锯成两半。As he took the unharmed cat out of the box, the audience applauded. One day, the musician accidentally cut the cat in half. 当他把毫发无伤的猫从箱子里拿出来的时候，观众都会高兴地拍手叫好。可是有一天，魔术师不小心真的把猫切成了两半。As the musician held the two pieces of the cat in both hands, he burst into tears. No one applauded. 魔术师的两只手拎着各半的猫，放声大哭，没有人拍手叫好了。The cat was buried in the circus's backyard. 魔术师把猫埋在了马戏团小屋的后院。Once the cat was raised by a thief. He didn't like the thief. 有一次，猫是小偷养的猫，他很讨厌小偷。The thief always took the cat with him. They walked in the streets in the nights. The thief walked quietly like a cat. 小偷总是带着猫在黑暗的街道上，像猫一样轻手轻脚地走路。The thief broke into houses with dogs and safes. While the dog barked at the cat, he took advantage to open the family's safe. One day, the cat was killed by a dog. 小偷只要到养狗人家里去偷东西的时候，就会趁着狗对猫汪汪叫的时候去撬开金库。有一天，猫就被狗咬死了。The thief holding the diamonds and the dead cat, walking in the dark street, cried. 小偷把猫还有偷来的钻石通通抱在怀里，在黑暗的街道上一边走一边放声大哭。The cat was buried in the thief's small yard. 回到家之后，小偷就把猫埋在小小的院子里。Once the cat was raised by a lonely old woman. He didn't like the old lady. 有一次，猫是一个孤独老婆婆养的猫，她最讨厌老婆婆了。The old lady, holding the cat on her lap, looked out of a small window, sitting all day. The cat lay on the old lady's lap all day, sleeping and napping. 老婆婆每天就抱着这只猫，坐在小小的窗边往外面看。这只猫整天就躺在老婆婆的腿上，不是睡觉就是打盹。Finally, the cat got older and older when he died. 终于呢，这只猫年纪大了，就死了。The wrinkled old lady, holding the wrinkled old cat in her arms, cried all day. 皱巴巴的老婆婆把皱巴巴的老猫抱在怀里，哭了一整天。 The cat was buried under an old tree in the yard. 老婆婆就把猫埋在院子里的一棵老树下面。Once the cat was raised by a little girl. He didn't like the little girl. 有一次，猫是小女孩养的猫，她最讨厌小女孩了。The little girl always carried the cat on her back, or held the cat too tightly when she slept. When the little girl cried, she cried over the cat's back. 小女孩不是背着猫，就是紧紧地抱着猫睡觉，哭的时候就在猫的背上擦眼泪。One day, the little girl carried the cat on her back again. A strap wrapped around the cat's neck, accidentally, and the cat was strangled to death. 有一天，小女孩她又背着这只猫，不小心把背带缠住了猫的脖子，就把它给勒死了。The little girl holding the limp cat cried all day. 小女孩抱着软绵绵的猫，哭了一整天。Finally, she buried the cat under a tree in the garden. 最后，小女孩就把猫埋在了庭院里的一棵树下。However, the cat did not mind his own death so much. 但是，猫对于死一点都不在乎。One time, the cat was not raised by anyone. 有一次，猫不再是任何人养的猫了。He was a wild cat. For the first time, he was his own master. The cat liked himself this way the most. 它是一只野猫，猫第一次成了自己的主人。猫最喜欢自己了。He was already a beautiful tabby cat. Now, of course, he became a very strong wild cat. 本来它就是一只很漂亮的虎斑猫了，现在当然更成了一只非常气派的野猫。All the girl cats wanted to marry him. 所有的猫小姐都好想要嫁给这只猫。Some brought him big fishes. Some brought him the best mice to eat. Some brought him precious gifts. And some were tickling his hair. 有的呢送给他大鱼，有的送上等的鼠肉给他吃，有的给他珍贵的礼物，有的还为他舔毛。The cat just said, "I died a million times. Who can be my match?" He still liked himself the most. 猫总是说，我可是死过100万次的猫诶，谁能够配得上我呢？猫最喜欢的还是它自己。There was a beautiful white cat. She didn't look at the cat. 只有一只美丽的白猫，它看都不看这只猫一眼。The cat walked up to the white cat, said, "I died a million times." The white cat simply replied, "Is it?" 猫就走到了这只白猫旁边，就说：“我可是死过100万次的哦。”白猫听了，也只是回答说：“是吗？” The cat was a little angry because he liked himself so much. The next day and the third day, the cat walked to the white cat and said, "You haven't even lived one life to the end, right?" 猫有点生气哦，因为它那么的骄傲，那么喜欢自己，所以第二天、第三天，猫都走到了这只白猫那边，就对它说：“你连一次都还没有活完，对不对？” The white cat still simply answered, "Oh." 这只猫呢，也还是只是回答说：“哦，是吗？” Once the cat walked in front of the white cat. He did 3 somersaults in the air and said, "I used to be a circus cat." 有一次呢，猫就走到了白猫面前哦，就咕噜咕噜的在空中连翻了3个跟斗，然后就说：“我曾经是马戏团的猫哦。” The white cat still simply responded, "So?" 白猫还是只是酷酷的回答说：“所以呢？” I have lived a million. In the middle of the sentence, the cat changed to ask, "Can I stay by your side?" 我可是活了100万次。猫说到一半，它就改口问这只白猫说：“那我可以待在你身边吗？” The white cat said, "Okay." 白猫说：“好吧。” Since then, the cat stayed by the side of the white cat. 猫从此就一直待在了白猫的身边了。Over time, the white cat gave birth to many cute kittens. 白猫生下了许多可爱的小猫。The cat no longer said, "I have lived a million times." 猫也再也不说我可是活过100万次这样的话了。He liked the white cat and the kittens the most, more than he liked himself. 猫喜欢白猫还有小猫们，已经胜过喜欢他自己了。Finally, all the kittens had grown up, left them one by one. 终于，小猫们一只一只的长大，就离开了它们。These kittens have become very impressive wild cats, the cat said, satisfied. 猫很满足地说，这些孩子们也都变成了非常气派的野猫了呢。Yeah.The white cat purred softly. 白猫从喉咙里发出轻柔的咕噜咕噜的声音，就说：“是啊。” The white cat was more and more like an old lady. The cat had become more and more gentle. 白猫越来越像老太婆了。而猫也变得越来越温柔了。He also made a soft purr from his throat. He wanted to stay with the white cat together forever. 猫也从喉咙里发出轻柔的咕噜声。猫希望能够和白猫永远永远的生活在一起。One day, the white cat was lying on the side of the cat, motionless and quiet. 有一天，白猫躺在猫的身边，安安静静的， 一动也不动了。The cat cried for the first time of his million lives. He cried from morning to night, from evening to morning. He cried a million times. 猫第一次哭了，从早上哭到晚上，又从晚上哭到早上，整整哭了100万次。Days and days passed. At 1 noon, the cat stopped crying. He was lying on the side of the white cat, quiet and motionless. 一天又一天过去了，有一天中午，猫停止了哭泣，它躺在白猫的身边，安安静静的，一动也不动了。The cat never reincarnated again. 猫再也没有活过来了。